So I had this idea, I don't know, a month or so ago, 3 weeks, something like that. Anyway, I talked to some engineers online in a forum, and they said it might work. And the idea is to get 3-inch pipes, which come in 10-foot lengths, and stack them straight up on your foundation of your greenhouse, instead of 2x4's. So stack them straight up to, so this is a scale model, so that represents the 10 feet long, and I just cut with a hole saw. I didn't do a wonderful job, and for them to fit together. So instead of 2x4's on the north wall and of your greenhouse, plus the walls around as well, you make this. So this represents the foundation, and then they come up, instead of 2x4's for your wall, from about 2 feet under the ground, because your greenhouse has to be insulated. You know, a 4-season greenhouse doesn't have to, it should be insulated to about maybe 2 feet under the ground. So your foundation, and then your 3-inch pipe. So this is what 3-inch pipe looks like in real life. And what you would do is you set up your pipes, and then you stucco the outside to about, well, this is about 3/4 inch, but to about 1 inch thick probably. I'm thinking 1 inch thick. So you stucco onto this material here, which comes in flat sheets. They're not crumpled up like this. So you stucco onto that, and then you put your fiberglass bats between, you know, the 3.5 inch thick fiberglass bats. Oh yeah, inside these, so these, the 10-foot lengths, you would have either bubble wrap or fiberglass pushed through, or probably the best thing would be that expanding foam stuff, you know, the high density foam, that insulating foam. So I'm not sure how you would get that into a 10-foot length, but it would probably, the best thing would be to fill it with the expanding foam. And then you have a very good insulated wall, which isn't going to rot, because that's the problem with wood. With a greenhouse, a 4-season greenhouse has pretty high humidity at some times of the year, and so you don't want that much wood in the walls because it'll rot. So engineers said it might work, and so stucco inside probably and out, and yeah, so I'm hopeful that that idea for a north wall of a greenhouse would be relatively cheap and pretty easy to do. The only thing is to figure out how to get the foam in. The engineer said the foam would make it stronger too. So these are pretty strong anyway. And even empty, maybe they're, I don't know if they're better than 2x4, but the heat from the would have to travel all the way around here to get to the from the inside to the outside. You can't just travel straight across. So that's a longer distance for the heat to travel. Anyway, that's the idea. There's and I don't know the distances, which it should be, you know, the size it should be, but this is made of 1 inch wide pipe to represent the 3-inch wide pipe here. So 4 inches represents a foot. So this represents 3 feet here. So maybe that's too much, or maybe it's good. Maybe it could be longer, and that will be for the engineers to decide. You know, the stucco, when you screw on the stucco wire up